pivots down right now, and I just checked out the first one, and it's kind of interesting. It's that big long one, and it got stuck going forward in a ditch, which it was pretty stuck. And then that's kind of when I decided I'd start making this video coming back on my way out. So what we got with that one is it's stuck on like 6 towers from the end, and then the 6th tower on the way from the pivot point, if this makes sense. Something's going on up in that alignment box, which your alignment box is that deal that sits on top of the pivot point, like above where the tires and the tower goes down, and the towers are hooked up to those towers. And it's that box that there's mechanisms in there and switches that keep that pivot lined up going through the field. Well, something is keeping that open, and it's going in reverse, but it won't go back forward, and so I'm getting a pivot kind of out of whack. And if you get a pivot too far out of whack, it just starts pulling itself apart, and you can collapse a pivot pretty easily. What I got to figure out is I called my brother-in-law to just kind of ask him a few questions. He's a pivot service guy, so I called him. I usually call the guys when it comes to something like that. He was busy, so I'm going to attempt to look at it at least when I get back there. But now I got another one that's close to the shop where we got our pivots parts, so I'm going to go check that one out first to see what's wrong with it, and then I can kind of put a plan together. Maybe hopefully it's not much, so we'll see what that one is. But I'm going to come up on that one here pretty quick, and we'll try to diagnose that one, and hopefully it doesn't take much. So right now I'm looking at this 3rd from the end tower. Looks a little suspect even from here. I can see a little bone. Maybe nothing's wrong with this guy. I think it's just he looked different. Actually, he doesn't look out of line at all. I think the way it's sitting in the ditch looked like from the side it was kinked a little bit, so that was my bad. These are we've planted these beans 3 times. 1 normal time and 2 replants. They made it to waist high. And this is even on a side hill, so over there in the bottom it's probably even a little better. Alright, I'll start this guy up, and then it'll give me the power to run the pivot. Well, maybe it was nothing. Sometimes things just shut down because it looks straight. Let it run for a sec here just to make sure all the towers move. I'm gonna put the water to it and let it go, because I don't think anything's wrong with this, with the pivot. Now something could have shorted out here, or who knows, but we'll set it to go. Today, so it feels good. Yeah, you kind of hate it when they just randomly shut off, but at the same time, if it works, you kind of let it go. So hopefully it's... And it shut down. I don't know. First thing would be to look at some of the gauges, see if they were running hot or anything, but it doesn't look like it. issues are not fun, I guess. I lied. I don't know. I waited a while. That makes you a little leery of leaving. But that's why I have pivot monitors on my phone. We'll go get parts for the other one and see what's up with it. Okay, let's see what we got back here. I don't even know what I'm looking for exactly. I think it's this Allen right here. That's the one. There's all kinds of different types of micro switches and whatnot. When you start getting up into the electrical stuff, I'm not as good with that. Something I could be a little better at. But I'm a farmer, so I know enough to get myself in trouble. It's my random pivot parts. I got that guy this year so I can keep my random pivot parts in there. Then when I'm done with the year, which is hopefully here in a couple of weeks or so, maybe 3 probably, I can take it out and hopefully stuff kind of stays in place. Sometimes it'll get mixed up in all my other junk back there. Well, that's what the dry land looks like. It's kind of turning brown. Washboards. Jeepers correct. Okay, here we are. Here's our alignment box, or tower box sometimes it's called, or you'll hear me say a few different things. This is our contactor. I'm just going to replace it since this is probably old too. And then here's the micro switch I'm going to replace down here, and hopefully this fixes this part. Then I can go dig out the other part. So here we go. Sorry, my mount's getting a little loose. I need to tighten up the base of it. But if you notice, before I killed the power to everything, you want to make sure you do that before you even open this box up here, or this tower box, because it'll be shocking what you would find. Bolts come out the bottom. One thing I'm going to do is check the adjustment, make sure they're clicking in pretty much the right spot on these. So this one's a little sooner, so I'm going to take the tiniest Allen wrench in the country and adjust this set screw right here. Looks okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this guy out now and switch it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, don't know where I'm going. swap this guy out, swap that guy out. Hopefully this will make it work out. Fun. Okay, this is where we get to see if it kind of works. Got to turn the power on. Hey! It might be working. Okay, so you won't be able to see this far with this camera, but what was happening is I'm stuck on the 6th tower from the end, and I'm trying to back it out of the hole. But what happened is tower number 6 from the center point kept taking off, and he was getting too far out of whack, so that was not letting me back up the far pivot out, because I would have screwed up the whole pivot. So now it looks like I'm able to get that stuck part out and basically hopefully get it all fixed here and throw some blocks in there here after a sec, after I get it backed out of that hole. Hopefully it backs out of it. Nothing's guaranteed with irrigation. It's holding now, so I'll wait for a little bit here and let it get out of its hole and then go get some blocks. So I'll meet you at the hole. You guys ever remember that show with Bill Murray, Groundhog's Day? Well, here we are. It's just a silted in bottom. Holy crapola, look at that. Good night. Might take a couple blocks there. Let's get started. See? Look at all this beautiful work. I still hope it makes it. It should be soft on top to shove it out of the way, and wishful thinking. We'll go back to the pivot point and see what happens. Over and out. Just 5 over. Shh. Yeah, I lost my mount here. It kind of shoved a few up in a pile. There's so much silt in there that it shoved them, kind of heaved them up. The only thing is I'm hoping I'm far enough back that this guy will catch him to shove him over that mound. Come on, baby, find him. Oh. So it stopped because it's not the end tower, and it's got to wait for the end that runs to catch up. So dang it, that might be just too much. It's digging them out. Maybe. We caught something, boys and girls. I think we caught enough that we're gonna make it. Feel a lot better about this now. So yeah, the problem, you get soft silt in the bottom, and over time it just keeps shoving it up over here. Just makes more of a mountain for it to get up and over. In this situation, blocks or heavy rock usually works the best to build a base. Because a lot of times with that silt in the bottom, if you have anything lighter, even these blocks were shoving out of the way a little bit, because they just kind of heave and shove and plow. So yeah, it just takes a lot of heavy crap to build a little bit of a base. Now the only other worry spot is this getting wedged in between there and just spinning out, but hopefully there's enough block there to catch it and enough grip over there to pull it on through. So we'll wait and see. I still may bring a few more block over here and just kind of make that more gradual. I mean, I could dig this out, but block's quicker. But I think we're good for now. So I'm gonna go put the water to it. Actually, I might adjust this a little bit and then put the water to it. So I get to the pivot point and it's safetied out again. Next tower in. Thinking what I want to do. So there's different tire sizes. There's tall skinnies, and then there's these kind of fat short ones, and then there's like skinny normal short ones, standards. And I like the tall ones because they tend to be able to go over more, where these will tend to shove more. They can go through quite a bit. It's just at the end of the year, tall ones have a little bit more height left to them, and this is debatable. But tall ones tend to work best in this situation because you're able to grab a little more and be able to get over that silt instead of shoving the silt, if that makes sense. These kind of act like a bulldozer most of the time. Granted, the same things happens with the tall tire, it's just it's not as severe and it tends to go through them a little bit better. Part of me wonders if I just reverse it, shove that crap out with the back tire or the front tire, maybe it'll make it through, because it's not as deep as the other one was. I know it looks bad, which it is. I'm not going to be able to dig all, I mean, I can dig it, but I don't feel like digging it out. Try to work a little smarter, not harder sometimes. So let me go back it up. Well, God, I hate to do that because that one just went through there. That's the issue I have. Okay, so what's going through my mind right now is that far one that we just dug out. If I run it back the other way, I risk the chance of getting that one stuck again. And I'm thinking maybe I can, I don't know, may just go get a tractor and have my brother help me pull it out tomorrow or something. Oh well, I think we'll be defeated for this video, folks. I don't want to, because it's quitting time, like it's getting kind of the end of the day and I got to go watch my daughter, so I think we'll leave it at there, but that's just irrigating. So hey guys, we didn't quite get it all done. We got a little closer. The other one's still running, knock on plastic. And yeah, we will catch you on the next one. See you folks. Not today, Satan. I think he heat stroked it. This little magnet tells it when to stop. Winch coming in handy. A little tired, fans kicked on. So kind of one of the things I did before I did this is it builds up these firm sidewalls, and I dug some of those out to let the loose silt escape so it didn't have to plow quite so much. See how it's kind of lava-ing out? Because that's what happens is that shoves it out a little bit every time and it builds those sidewalls, and then they kind of firm up and it doesn't let that crap out. So she's as good as out for now until the next tower probably. So let's get out of here before it gets stuck. How about it? So now this, clean off my shovel, is the end of the show. Later.